works on its first try. Please. Let me check my thing. Let's see. Okay. I think we are live. Let me make sure that it's showing what I wanted to see. First beginning of the stream, I always have to make sure that it's showing up on my phone how I want to look. There we go. Okay, we're good. We're all good. Okay, so hello everybody who's not watching yet, but hopefully will tune in at some point. But I'm here with all the finalists. Will's coming in later for the beat bracket. Again, thank you guys so much for all the work you put in. This was like a multiple month process that you guys absolutely killed it. Like I don't take that for granted. You guys put in a lot of work. You guys should be super proud of where you guys are at. Before, of course, I announce the winner, I have got sent so many questions and so many responses. Some are a little weird that I'll skip over because people on the internet are weird. But we will, you just feel free to speak up anytime, super chill, just a normal chat. Just, there's people could be watching. That's the only difference. So, yeah, let's get into it. We'll start with the week 2 stuff. Let me see if there's any question that we can start. Here's one. Let me see if I can click on the specific person. I can't. Okay. So sorry if I am not able to shout out who asked the question, but at least your question is being answered. So the first question that someone... Oh, is it not? One second. I will fix it. So Discord and OBS always likes to give me problems. And I can't see what I'm seeing. Okay. Let's do this. Why won't you show my friend on OBS? Oh, I see. One sec. There we go. So my Discord freezes every now and then. Now we should be able to see you guys. Okay. Thank you for shouting that out because that would have been so sad.
No problem.
Why is this frozen? Covering you up. Oh, now I'm zoomed on you. There we go. Okay, we're good. We're good. We fixed it. So that should be the only problem that we have, hopefully. But anyway, like I was saying, the first question that someone asked, again, I'm sorry if I can't shout your specific username out. I would have to go down each response, and I don't really want to do that. So, what made you guys decide to pursue music? You guys can just talk whenever.
For me, it was a friend of mine, an online friend, who he was just sending riffs of him playing on the guitar, and I was like, that's really cool. And so I already played guitar at that point, but I decided to pick up my own electric guitar, and I just kind of started messing around with recording from there. And just over the next like 4 years or so, I learned mixing and production. And I just got better at playing, got better at everything, and well, here we are. So.
Very nice. Very
Nice.
nice.
Well, I've been always like involved with music. I used to play cello, and now I play drums. And then last November, I think it was, I saw this YouTuber and musician like making music without sound on. Like she was trying to recreate popular music, but with no sound on. And I was like, wait, that's super interesting. And I just found BandLab and took it off from there.
That's super. Yeah, something that you guys might know that people are watching, that I think Dragon Melon just said he had like about 2 years of experience, and then Oblivyus has had like 6 months. So these guys are completely brand new in their music journey and have absolutely killed it, made songs that are like very much listenable and very good. So the fact that we had like so many people in the finals, I think even Will has like 2-3 years, who've been doing this for less than 5 years, is like just a testament of how great you guys are and how passionate you guys are. So congratulations.
Thanks. Thank you.
Let's see. What is another? Sorry, I hid my my camera because it was going to show twice on the stream, so that's the only reason why. Let me see. Oh, here's a good question. Someone asked. Now I know that some of you guys might have already done this already, and you guys can talk about that if you want. But someone asked, do you think you would want to work with any other contestants after the contest ends, and if so, which ones? You don't have to be specific about which ones if you don't want to. But
I mean,
Mm,
I'd be down. I love collaborating with people of different genres and stuff. I've collaborated with people that do like hyperpop and people that do EDM stuff and whatnot. And there's a lot of like really good rappers and stuff that were in this competition that I would be 100% down to collaborate with and make some music with.
for sure, for sure.
yeah. I mean, I've already collabed with you, and then Wannabe and the other one. Is it? I forgot his name.
I think you did
Another rapper who's like,
Euro YT.
um, yeah, him. Um, and he like, they're all like super talented. I would be down to like do even more collabs. It's like super fun. So yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, it's always fun being able to collab with other artists, and it's
Mhm.
great that you guys were able to connect so early on and make some songs, which I believe
Yeah.
some of the songs are already out. So you guys should definitely go listen to them. Very good. All the contestants here were extremely talented. I'm very, very glad that I was able to meet a bunch of them. Like all of them were down to earth. I would say all of them were super easy to work with. But yeah, go listen to them. I don't have anywhere I can shout them out right now because I'm live streaming, but go through the videos and click on their links and stuff and listen to them. Let's see what else. I already asked that question. That's just in a different form. Someone says, "Keep up the good work." So I don't know who that was specifically for, but oh, here's someone's question. Who is your biggest musical inspiration? Someone asked. It's a tough question. There's a lot.
For me, it's probably like Billie Eilish.
Nice.
I've been listening to her since like 2019, and I don't know. I love her work, and it's like especially her first album, which is like dark pop, and it's like super like scary. Some of her songs, so Billie Eilish definitely, and then another like smaller musician, Reese. He makes like indie pop, kind of the thing that I've tried with Greenish Eyes and um the Jealousy Looks Good on Me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, Billie Eilish is a great artist, especially since she has like such a. I didn't know this because I don't listen to much Billie Eilish, but I know that she typically sings like very soft. But she actually has a crazy range, which I had no idea
Mm-hmm.
until I saw like a video of, which is insane. So
Yeah.
For me, it'd probably be this band called Demon Hunter.
okay,
I got into them back in 2021 or so. But they're like the most consistent band I've ever listened to. They've been out. They've had music out since I think 2002,
oh wow,
2001. They've have like 11 or 12 albums,
wow,
and there are no misses on any of them. They have a really consistent sound, but they're also like super versatile, and they have songs for like every mood and stuff. Um, I don't know. I really like listening to them, and um, just like from like the guitar tones to like the song structures, and the melodies and all that stuff. They've really inspired me a lot, and you can hear a lot of it in my music.
yeah, no, that's
But other bands that I've found inspiring would be like Memphis Mayfire, Red, Fit for a King, Impending Doom. Basically, any of the bands in the Christian metal scene, to be honest, because that's what I listen to the most. So,
yeah, no,
but yeah,
I haven't heard of them. I'll have to check them out. But that's sick. They've been making music for a very long time. It seems like that's crazy. Be able to also have like a steady career through multiple decades is super super impressive. There we go. That will help.
for sure.
Let me check the next question. Ask that. Every now and then I will say different things that people put in just that complimented specific people, but someone specifically said make Oblivyus the winner, so we will see if that's the case.
Yes, please.
Let's see. What part of the creative process do you enjoy the most? And I want to expand on that. What part of the music, because we already know music is fun, but what part of not only the music process, but as an artist, that there's also like promoting, there's also making cover art. There's like a lot that comes into being a musician. So, what is like one of your favorite aspects that people might not typically think of when it comes to being an artist?
Honestly, like a lot of people don't even think about, but like when you make a song and you think it's finished, I like to leave it, just sit there for a couple of maybe even 2 weeks, and then listen back to it and change stuff like ad libs, and yeah, that's it. And obviously, music production, that's like one of my favorite things to do, and then harmonizing with vocals. And I don't like promoting as much because it just, I don't know, it's more, it sounds more like a work for me, but I do like making videos, but then editing, yeah,
Yeah.
not my cup of tea.
No, I totally get it. Editing can always be super annoying, but it's like the biggest thing.
Hmm.
Fortunately and unfortunately, it's the biggest thing that gets artists like recognized because typically a lot of artists, if they don't promote it, then they just won't get heard. So it's a lot. You have to
Hmm.
constantly be active, and it gets very tedious and hard to come up with new ideas sometimes of just basically trying to figure
Hmm.
out ways to say listen to this song. So I can totally
Yeah.
understand that.
And another thing I love is like talking to other small artists and like um hearing about their journey and their ways to promote stuff and collabing with them.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's that's basically what I've been doing. So it's so much fun.
Hmm.
It's great.
Yeah.
So what's the question again?
Yeah, no worries.
It's
It's let me go back so I can figure out because I also have terrible memory. Yeah, what part of the creative process do you enjoy the most? And again, that doesn't have to just
uh,
be like recording. If
yeah. Well, also it kind of hurts the guitarist in me to say this, but I think my favorite part of like the writing process is recording bass.
oh, really nice.
And the reason for that is um, when I'm writing a song, I usually start with drums
Hmm.
to get like the framework down, and then I go to guitars. And I love recording guitars and stuff, but um, like sometimes I'll be like halfway through recording guitars, and I'll be like kind of down in the dumps because it's not sounding the way I wanted it to. It's not having the impact that I want it to. But recording bass, like the bass helps glue the song together so much,
Yeah.
and like by then I know all the riffs, I know the song, I can play everything pretty cleanly,
Hmm.
and it just comes together, and it's a really good feeling.
Oh, for sure. Because bass is like how you like feel the song, if you know what I'm saying. Like you
Exactly.
can feel the bass, and that's I don't know. Bass is my most favorite thing to work with as well. I don't play bass. I don't play actually any instruments, but I always want to make sure that that bass is just like pristine because I love bass. It's so great. Um,
Oh, yeah.
so I can't imagine because I wonder like for bass when you play, can you like feel like the impact of it? Like how does that work? I'm super new to anything guitar and bass. So like how does that work?
Yeah, it's um, in metal,
Hmm.
your guitars are panned right and left,
Okay.
and the bass goes right in the middle.
Oh.
And so it really does just hold everything together, and creates that like wall of sound
Hmm.
that you're looking for.
Oh, it's
Um, so yeah,
no, thank you because I actually had no idea. I don't play bass. I want to. I want to learn how to play guitar. I will. I will someday. Maybe when I'm 90.
it's
But
worth it, dude.
I want to so bad.
Me too. I have a guitar, but like it's so hard, and I have like very small hands. It's
Oh.
hard to like get the grip of the few chords.
I didn't think about that. Yeah, I don't know what my average hand size is, so I don't know how good I would be, and I don't have a guitar laying around, but yeah, I have to imagine that would be pretty tricky. Um, ooh, here's a question. How much time do you spend on making music? So I'm guessing not in terms of just like how much time have you done it in like the past month, but how long do you typically take on a song typically? And I know that could range very drastically, but just a rough estimate.
I mean, honestly, it really depends. Like with the beat bracket, everything had to be done in like a week or two,
Yeah.
and then a few songs I don't know, sometimes I have like a beat made and then I focus on the entirely different beat and I make a song around that. So it takes some time. I don't know, a few beats took over like maybe like a month, but because I wasn't working on them every day, and then one beat took like 4 days.
Oh, nice.
So it really depends.
Yeah, no, I knew it was pretty tricky question, but yeah.
For me, I think I usually spend like 8 to 10 hours per track.
Oh wow.
Again, it does depend on the track. Well, like sometimes if I'm like really in the groove, I can get a track knocked out in like a day if I have enough time. And if like the song isn't too complicated or anything. But there's definitely some songs that um I like work on here and there like throughout the month, or I put like 20 hours into total. I hate something, scrap part of it completely and start over. Um, but yeah, for this competition specifically, I think I spent probably 6 to 8 hours per track.
Oh wow. Well, thank you again for taking time out of your day. Because another thing, guys, you guys have to remember for those who are watching, um, these people either have, I think basically everyone nearly either was working or had school or a combination of both. So being able to take 8 to 6 hours in a week is a lot. Like that's a lot of time, especially when you have a busy life. So thank you guys again for all the time you put in. I really appreciate that. You guys absolutely killed it. Let's see what other questions there are. Ooh, so here's a question. How do you want to progress as a musician in the future? I think what they mean by that is what is your goal with music? Some people just want to see it as a hobby, which is totally great. Some people want to try to take it as a career. What is your end goal with it? What would you, if you reach that, you're like, okay, I finally made it to where I want to be at?
I honestly never felt like I had purpose in life until like I discovered making music.
Mhm.
So I want to like at least try as best as I can to make that like my career at some point.
Yeah.
And my other goal is to learn the guitar, obviously, because it's like so cool. And I really want to learn bass. So I need to buy that at some point. But yeah, trying to make it my career and also like change, like not change, but like have impact on people that listen to my songs. So they would not just like listen it and like skip it or like anything, but like
Mhm.
have an actual impact
Yeah.
with the songs.
Yeah. No, that's great. That's really good.
For me, like the dream would be to play in a band and like tour and stuff. It's That's a really tough thing to get to though. You gotta like know the right people and whatnot.
Oh, for sure.
And like I hope to reach that someday, but I'm planning on like starting a new music page because I kind of touched on it in the last video, but like
Hmm.
um, my all the music I have on Spotify, my Spotify profile, the name, it's all kind of goofy and whatnot, and it's it was originally kind of a joke with my friends and whatnot. I've just been using it to grow my abilities and skills as a musician, but I kind of want to move past that into a more professional look and professional sound
Yeah.
now that I've kind of reached a sound that I don't hate,
Hmm.
and um yeah, try to, like Oblivyus was saying, have an impact on people and be able to reach people with my music and make them feel the things that I feel writing the music. Um
Yeah.
and yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's great. I can imagine it being pretty tricky to join a band because again, that's not only do you have to. Some people are able to just like find friends or everything, but if you want to do like professionally and possibly join, say like another artist who is like touring and stuff like that, that's like very hard for those who don't know to try to get into because you have to know the right people. Then you got to impress those people, and it's a whole journey that is actually pretty challenging. So I wish you the best. I wish both of you guys the best. So,
Thank
um,
you.
but I do believe that you guys will definitely make it far if you guys put your minds to it. You guys are super talented, especially for only doing this for like under like 3 years. So,
Thanks.
um, let's see. Okay, so we are done with the 1 week, and now we have this week. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna rephrase this question a little bit. Let me think of how I can rephrase this so it's interesting. One sec. Um, I would say this: which competitor, whether you matched up with them or not, would you have been most worried of being knocked out against? If that makes sense. Was there any competitor that was thought you thought might have been a hard challenge to overcome if you went against them?
Dragon.
There's a lot. If you don't have an answer, that's completely okay. I just want to try to at least say all the questions. So if you don't want to answer, totally fine.
Was it one of the artists that started like an actual band?
Yeah, the Little Timmy band.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
What happened to them? They dropped out.
Yes, they did drop out for specific reasons that you could go back through the Discord and check. I don't want to just air them out of what happened. Is they didn't do anything wrong on my end. For those who are wondering, they didn't do anything wrong. That they chose to leave on their own terms. For anyone wondering what happened to the Little Timmy band, but I don't know if they came out publicly saying the reason why they stopped, besides in the Discord. So I don't want to be the one who announces that on a channel. So, but they did stop.
Yeah, but I remember they looked like they had the most like professional production quality and stuff.
Yeah.
From what I could see, and like that was probably the band I was worried about the most. But
yeah, they were doing really well too. I would say that's a good shout. So.
Weren't they the ones who sounded like Alvin and the Chipmunks?
Yeah, that was them. It was interesting. It was an interesting concept. I never heard a band that sounded like them, and they also at the time had a big following from them. So shout out to the Little Timmy band wherever you guys go next. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was pretty impressive, but again, they had to drop out due to some reasons. So, but let's go to the next question. Okay, so here's a specific question for Dragon Melon. It said, Dragon Melon, I have no idea what this means, so forgive me. It said, Dragon Melon, did I hear hints of inspiration from Scarecrow and Tin Men in your song Believe? Love the song.
ooh, Scarecrow and Tin Man is like a '90s Christian alternative band.
Ooh, okay.
I've listened to them a decent amount. They're really good. I'd say no. I didn't specifically use inspiration from them, but I guess I can kind of see why you could hear that, like with some of the harmonies and whatnot.
Yeah.
But
So they're a Christian '90s band. I've never heard of them. So
yeah, they're pretty underground.
okay. I think the only '90s Christian band that I know as is like the most popular one is DC Talk, but that's it.
On that note, I'm actually releasing with like a whole bunch of people
Yeah.
on August 22nd. We're doing a cover of Jesus Freak.
Oh really? Oh, that's sick.
So just thought I'd plug that real quick.
Make sure to check that out.
But yeah,
That's so sick, actually. I'll definitely try
Nice.
to tune into that. Is that going to be on your channel, or where is that getting released on? Like Spotify?
yeah, it'll be out everywhere. It'll be on my profile. There's like 9 other artists that worked on it.
That's so.
But yeah,
How did you get into that, if you don't mind me asking? Side tangent, but it's.
so there's a music community out there for small artists
Okay.
called Artist Dive.
Interesting.
And they're for like all genres and stuff, and it's a great place to meet people and make connections. And it was an idea I had that I pitched to people on there, and everybody loved it. and so we just like made this huge multi-genre collaborative project for a cover of Jesus Freak, and it's got everything from like like an EDM verse and whatnot
Wow.
to like a deathcore breakdown, and so everything between. It's really solid.
That's
I'm excited to release that.
no, I can't wait to hear that. That actually sounds really, really cool, genuinely. So I'll have to try to listen to that when it comes out. 'Cause that comes out just in a month. That's not too far.
Yeah.
Let me see. Someone asked, I don't know who it is, but someone asked to collab with Dragon Melon specifically. So shout out to you, Dragon Melon. I don't know. I could go through all the responses and figure out who that is, but I'm not going to right now. So sorry.
Hey, if you want to collab, just hit me up on Instagram, Discord, wherever. I love collaborating with people, so
Ooh, here's a good one. What song was your favorite to make for the process of creating the song they said specifically in the beat bracket?
I'm between the first one, which was I don't want to be myself anymore because I produced everything, and the second one, Greenish Eyes, because I loved the beat and it was like super fun to make, like vocally.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'll say Greenish Eyes because I didn't like how the first one really sounded, but I fixed it, so it's better now. So yeah, I guess I would say Greenish Eyes.
Nice, nice, good choice. That was a good song.
for me, it would be the second song that I did, Memories.
Mm-hmm.
Just because like it was just a really fun song and it had a lot of different like styles that went through it. The rap section in it, I was originally going to have OTR Cashflow, who was my enemy in the first one. He was going to do guest vocals on that,
Yeah.
and that didn't work out. And so I asked another one of my friends who's a rapper, and they couldn't do it. And so I had like 2 days to go, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to do this myself. And I've never rapped on a track before, so like I had to
Really?
figure that out, and it was actually really fun.
Yeah, that might have
Um,
been, and I'll apologize. That might have been my fault for you not being able to collab with OCR Cashflow. Reason being is because he asked me specifically, and that was when I knew about the twist in the episode 2. And
Oh
if
yeah,
he worked with you, I said you can collab, but if you work with him and you know what lyrics he's going to be using, I said from your song, I said then I can't have you come back in because that just would be ridiculously unfair. So I said you do what you want. I said it's completely up to you, but he wanted to have the chance of coming back in, so that's the reason why he might have not. So
that's completely understandable.
yeah, that is partially my fault. So sorry about that. But I did give him the option. So, but yeah, a lot of DMs throughout this whole series. So many DMs. From all these artists. Let me see. Someone again asked. So, there's some of you guys who submitted questions. I don't know why you asked these questions. I don't even know if I'm going to read them. There are some very weird questions.
Read one for fun.
Well, the one I just skipped was why wipe when you're just going to poop again. So, there's a lot of very weird questions. Some people asked if you guys are single. I don't really need you guys to answer that. You guys have your own lives. Let me see. Someone asked a very generic question. We'll answer it. How do you feel about going through the whole competition? I don't know if you guys have ever done. I'll expand on it. I don't know if you guys have ever done competitions before. I definitely have not ran one, so hopefully it was decent. But how was the journey? How was it decent?
It was amazing, like very like nerve-wracking, like amazing. Like I met so many people and it was like very well organized. So
Thank you.
that was nice.
I tried.
Yeah, this is definitely by far the best organized competition I've been a part of. And it was really fun. I enjoyed the people. I enjoyed the videos. And I appreciate all the effort you put into editing them and making the whole thing come together. It was really cool.
Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. I'm glad that you guys had a good time, and You guys thought
Hmm.
it was well organized because that was my biggest goal. So I'm glad. Thank you. That means a ton to me, genuinely. And again, I don't know for the. I'll plug myself real quick. I don't know when the next season will be out for season 2, but you can apply. It's even down in this description. You can apply to the next season. I have a series that I am working on right now that's going to be bigger than anything I've done because in terms of my personal stuff, and I'm going to try to incorporate that into it so that way I can make it bigger and possibly have a team for editing because I want to have like at least 32 artists and I can't edit that by myself. So it might be next year. I'm going to try to get at least done from a year from now. So, and anyone's invited back. So, um, just so you guys know. So that's probably the only plug I will say all day. Let's see. Here's a very weird question, but you know what? I like it. I like it. I don't know why this person asked this. Again, some people are weird, but someone asked, "Are evil people capable of change?" So I'll let you guys decide how you want to answer that, or if you want to answer that.
I mean, I'd say absolutely. I think there's good in everybody. Um, and, and I think it changes something that you have to decide to do yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that there's anybody who's like too far gone for that.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah, I agree. I think that people can change if they really want to, and if they, put their work into it. I think they can.
Yeah, no, I also agree. I believe that anyone is capable of change. There's so many examples that are leaders that you can go check in the history books um, that started off doing terrible things and then changed to help the world become a better place. So you're never too far gone. I truly do believe that. Let's see. Well, thank you guys for answering that question. Uh, well, when Will comes, someone asked him if someone proposed to him in the comments, so that's interesting. Um, wonder if he'll accept that. Uh, I think one person wrote all through. Can I rejoin the turns? I wonder if that means can you rejoin the tournament? And the answer is yes, you can. That's just the simple answer. How hard are you? People are. You guys are crazy. Sorry. This week I got like half are just such weird comments. Anyway, here's a good question. What is your inspiration for your lyrics specifically?
Honestly, whatever comes to my mind, or I try to like make a story around something and then write lyrics about that. But yeah, I try to be as real as possible in the lyrics, and yeah, just what I experience and how I feel.
Yeah.
That's it.
I often write my songs about people I've known in the past
Oh, really?
and like things I would say to them now, or um, I don't know. Um, a lot of it just kind of comes to me while I'm writing.
Mm.
But yeah,
Yeah, no, that's super interesting. So we have one person who makes it on real experiences, another person who people in the past, and then there's me who completely lies in every one of their songs about relationships. So, Will's typing. I wonder if he's going to join up. Let's see. Let's see what he says. Okay. Go to set up right now. Should be on within 5 minutes. Bet. Good. Now I can ask if he will marry somebody. That's the question that everyone's wondering. I do believe he has a girlfriend, but you never know. Maybe maybe he'll.
maybe that's his girlfriend.
Maybe you never know. Yeah. Someone asked, "Are you single again?" Stop. Don't ask people that on the internet. Let's see. Best fast food burger. Someone asked. Anyone have a favorite fast food burger?
I don't eat meat, but when I
Oh,
used to
really?
eat meat, it was probably McChicken from McDonald's.
Nice, nice. Do you have any good alternatives then from a vegetarian or vegan standpoint?
Um, no, I mean, I live in Slovenia, so there's not that many fast food places.
Okay.
The McDonald's vegan burger or vegetarian burger isn't that good.
Okay.
So no.
The best place to get fast food burgers is Culver's, in my opinion.
Culver's. Okay,
Um,
interesting.
Culver's. They're like a Midwest thing.
Yeah.
But they're really good.
I don't know. Do I have Culver's here? I'm in Ohio. I can say that because people would know if they follow me.
I used to live in Ohio,
Oh
so there's actually not that many in Ohio.
yeah. Yeah, that's what I figured. I feel like I've seen them, but they're like very scattered. Um, my favorite fast food burger. If you guys don't know, I'm actually allergic to gluten, so I can't eat bread. So any place that has a gluten-free bun, but I would say my most consistent one I go to is Red Robin's. They have a good burger.
Is that fast food though?
I mean, I can't eat fast food, so that's the closest thing.
Okay,
So
fair enough.
if I wouldn't consider it fast food, no, because you pay like $20 a burger, and if you're paying $20 a burger, that's to the point where it's not fast food anymore. Um, unless you live in California, then everything's $20 or more. But regardless, um, yeah, I can't eat Burger King. They don't have a gluten free option. I can eat Jersey Mike's. They have gluten free, but that's not a burger. That's a sub. So that's the closest
What's the
thing.
difference?
A sub is more like cold cut meat, I would say. Is the best
Mm.
example. And it's long, tip most of the time. A
Oh,
burger is
okay.
small, has a patty, and then has like warm patty, unless you're a psycho, and then a bunch of toppings. So um, that's the difference. Love love these interview questions. Oh, someone said specifically to Oblivious, I don't have anything to say actually. I just hope Oblivious wins with a smiley face. So shout out
Oh,
to you.
thank you.
Here's a good question actually. Do you think realistically you'll make it in the music industry? Someone asked. It's tough. It is tough.
That's a good question.
Hmm.
I actually asked ChatGPT what is the percentile chance, and it was like below zero, I think. So
Yeah.
I really hope so, and I think that for Melon as well, that as we both like do a lot with music, like at least I promote it a lot, and I
Hmm.
hope it works one day. I hope that one of my songs blows up on TikTok. Um, yeah, beating the 0.1% chance.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, uh, I genuinely don't think that I'll make it in the music industry to the point of like being able to live off of my music.
Hmm.
As much as I would love that to happen, but I'm just gonna enjoy it while I can. Like I already do mixing and mastering work for people. Like make a little bit of cash off it, and that's great.
Yeah.
And if that ever like blows up to the point of being able to live off of it, that'd be amazing. But for a hobby right now, it's pretty great. So I'm happy where I'm at.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. No, it's you have to. I think there's for those who don't know, there's like millions of people who are actually on Spotify, and only a few of them hit like a certain point. So you have to be really good at promoting. The good thing is now we live in an age where anyone has a shot. You just got to be ridiculously consistent, and then
Hmm.
not only in turn because here's the thing for those who don't know if you for being an artist. I keep saying for those who don't know why, but you have to do video work. You have to be good at video work. You have to be good at not only your music, producing, mixing, mastering. Unless you want to pay everybody for that, then you have to make your cover art. Unless you want to pay somebody for that, then you got to promote it. Um, I think the average of possibly getting one that blows up, you have to at least post like 3 times a day, and then you have to do all that by yourself while maintaining a job that's steady or school that's steady that can afford getting you to that point. So it's really hard. That's why it's very hard. That's why a lot of people who start off, that's why the term industry plant comes from, because it's people who just got a bunch of this funding and stuff like that, and then were pressed out by a bunch of different people who automatically just had a team. Most artists don't have that. You actually have to build something up on your own, and that's very hard to do in when millions of people are trying to do it. So that's why it's such a journey because you can't only just be talented in music or recording. You have to be talented in a wide variety of things that most people won't even will hope to just be good at one. So kudos to you guys for getting as far as you have. That's super impressive. You guys should be super proud
Mhm.
of yourselves. Again, you've only been doing it for 2 years. You've been doing it for 6 months. You guys are able to build something with a following that, again, we just hit 1,000 views on the entire series and over 300 votes.
Nice.
I mean, that's what you guys did. Like, that's not anything that I did. It's not like I had this crazy big following or anything that got 300 people to choose. Like, you guys promoted yourselves and were able to get like 300 people to vote for you guys. Like, hopefully you let that sink in because that's a big deal. So, congrats to you guys again. Let's.
Thanks.
Jeez, what is up with these people? Sorry, I swear half of these questions are cursed. If you can collab with one artist, dead or alive, who would it be? It could be literally anyone. Someone asked.
I mean, probably Billie Eilish, as I said, I love her music so much. And then Somber, if you know him, he's been popping off a lot recently.
Nice, nice. I haven't heard of what kind of music does Song? You said Songbird?
He has like Back to Friends,
Okay,
you might have heard of.
maybe. I don't listen to much music right now, unfortunately.
Mm.
But okay. But what kind of music does he make? Do you think? Like what genre?
Like indie pop, I
Okay.
guess, yeah.
Nice, nice.
For me, if I could get Will Ramos from Lorna Shore to do vocals on one of my songs, that'd be like the coolest thing ever. Because he's an absolutely ridiculous vocalist, extremely talented. Um, but like he's like at that level, he's like super popular,
Mhm.
and it'd be very difficult for that to ever happen.
Is
But
he,
like that'd be super awesome.
is he a solo artist or part of a band? Again, I'm not familiar.
He's part of a band called Lorna Shore,
Okay, okay.
and they got really big back in 2021, I think.
Oh, recently.
Yeah,
Good for them.
but he does a lot of stuff on his own too. His screams and stuff are like the best in the deathcore industry right now, and he also has a really good clean singing voice. He's just super versatile and talented guy.
Nice, nice. Do people rate screams in the deathcore like
I
space?
mean, there's people that are better at it than others.
How?
Um,
Here's a good question. How do you rate a good scream? And like, what makes you think that right there is a good scream?
well, like it's a pretty common misconception that like screaming is just a scream, that it doesn't take talent, but
Oh, it
in
definitely.
reality, it's a vocal technique just like any other um, like singing thing you would do. So like being able to tell where people are at with the screaming vocals is pretty much the same as like judging any other vocalist. Like you listen to somebody sing, you're like they're really good because you understand how they're singing and why it's as like as good as it is.
Mhm.
It just comes down to an understanding of it.
For sure, for sure. By the way, while it's on my mind, I figured out, since I don't live with my mom right now, that she was watching the series and she loves like the rock stuff. So she wanted me to specifically come and tell you that she really likes your music specifically.
Oh, well, I appreciate it.
So shout out, mom. Anyway, uh, okay. So this is an interesting question, and I'm gonna rephrase it a bit because I don't think it makes as big of an impact as this person might be thinking. This person asked, "Would winning make an impact on you as an artist, and if so, how and why?" Now, the thing is, we all know that this is a very small competition ran by one person who has barely any subscribers. But in terms of accomplishment, how does that feel for you?
Like it would be amazing, and it would prove that people actually like my music, and it's not just my delusion.
Well, again, people voted for you to get all the way to this point, so
That's true, yeah.
very, very impressive.
But yeah, sure, it'd be an ego boost and stuff, but at the same time, like I think anybody that's made it this far in the competition deserves to win it. And y'all are really good at what you do. So I'm happy either way it goes.
100%. Yeah.
Same.
All the artists who did this did extremely great job. Especially you guys who've made it here. I genuinely think that you've made it here not based on your fan base size, because you guys knocked out people that were bigger than you, which is saying something in terms of social media size. But again, regardless of how this shakes up, because I do know who won, but regardless of how this shakes up, guys should be very proud of getting here. I do have, unfortunately, I'm not rich. I would give you guys all something. I'm not at all rich, but I do at least have things ready for Instagram, so that way you guys can put that on there. Again, if you guys ever want something from me, feel free to reach out. I'm always try to be available. So, but again, congratulations, truly, for getting this far. Like, that took so much work, especially for someone who got to see all the behind the scenes of everyone who did it. It takes a lot of work being able to film, record, and everything, and within a week. So, oh, by the way, shout out Conan Gosselin, who's in the chat. Shout out to you. I said your name wrong again. Sue me. Anyway, let's see. Let's see what other questions. Here's a good question.
Why does he have a crown?
Because he right now is our #1 chatter, which didn't take that much.
Since when is that? What?
It just happened like a week ago. So,
oh damn.
If you chat, it tells you he's a legend. Yeah, exactly. Who is the #1 chatter, who's been the most engaged in the stream, and right now it is. We've actually had a high viewer count consistently in terms of like 4 or 5, but which is high for me. I typically have 0. So he's the #1 chatter, and you guys, if you guys want to chat and try to take his crown, you can try, but I don't know, he's going strong. Anyway, let's see. Let's see what other questions. We're basically almost through. I'm just kind of stalling until Bro Dragon and Oblivyus, like you all talented straight up, and everyone who competed. Yeah, everyone definitely competed. Will, are you coming? Please, Will. There's like literally 1 question left. Oh, okay. No worries. The last question, and that someone asked, and I don't know if you guys thought of this yet, because you guys have busy lives, but what is the name of the Beat Bracket Song Collective album called, if you want? Someone asked specifically. You guys can take your time. If you don't have it, that's completely okay.
I was actually thinking about this the other day, and I feel like I came up with something or some ideas, but they're all gone now, so.
No worries. Well, we'll talk about it afterwards for whoever won. Let's see. Oh, Oblivyus, you got the #2. Congrats for the crowns.
Yay!
What a great accomplishment. Let's see.
Yes.
Did you have any idea for what did you want to name the album if you won?
I was thinking maybe like unique design, because
Nice.
like the whole album is completely different.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Now, for those who are wondering where the album's going to be, I can't release it on Spotify because I will get copyright out the wazoo for the people who release songs, which I gave them permission for, so it's fine. It's going to be on YouTube. That way, if you guys listen to each person's songs, I will get copyright, but the proceeds will go straight to them and each artist that made it. So that way, you can listen to it on my channel, on my second channel. This could be soon be my second channel, the current channel you're watching it on. But you'll be able to listen to it on there and be able to rock out to that. Let's see. Let me think of a question. Let me see if there's any more that I missed. Let me see. Sorry. I have to actually think of one, I think. Because I could go through the cursed ones, but you guys don't want to do that. Let me see. So here's a question. Let me think of how to phrase this. So the equipment that you guys have got. Let's talk about that. I know that. What was the process? What was the journey of figuring out what worked best for you in terms of equipment and hardware?
I tried other DAWs, but BandLab is like the easiest thing to use.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have this microphone, which
Nice.
is I don't know which one it is. It was $50. And then I have this MIDI keyboard. It's like very small. It was like $60. I have this piano that my mother gave me, but it doesn't connect to the computer, so I just like learn on it. But other than that, I mean, I only use those two things. So my microphone and the MIDI keyboard. I tried to use my electric drums, which are like right there, but I don't know how to connect them to BandLab. So yeah, BandLab, MIDI keyboard sometimes, and then microphone, and that's all.
Nice, nice. That's a good setup. That's a very, very good setup, just especially for
Mhm.
starting off.
Yeah.
Mine I kind of touched on at the very beginning of the stream.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I picked up electric guitar in 2021, and when I started getting into recording, I recorded everything in Audacity, and I literally just sat my laptop in front of the amplifier and recorded on my laptop mic. So everything was like terrible quality. Um, my drums I used on my keyboard, so I was just doing that.
Nice.
Um, but I eventually bought a bass. I learned how to do MIDI drums. I moved from Audacity to Reaper,
Mm-hmm.
which is a lot more powerful, a lot more sophisticated. I got my Focusrite 2i2 audio interface, so I can plug my guitars straight into my computer, and I switched from using effects in my amplifier to using effects in my DAW. So everything just sounds a lot cleaner. I have a lot more control, and it's just gotten a lot more professional overall.
Nice.
But yeah,
Yeah, that's also a very good setup. It's it's interesting because like when you first start off, you have to like figure out what works not only for you, but you have to like guess. Like especially for mics, you don't know what the sound is. You can't just be like order it on Amazon, test it out, and send it back. I guess you could do that, but a lot of times it's just not what you think of. So just figuring out what works best for you, what DAWs work best for you. I personally use Logic, and I have like $100 microphone. That's not crazy, but it does the trick. Um, with a Focusrite. Um, but yeah, it's just whatever works best for you throughout the whole thing. Conan Gosling asked, and now I did ask what was your favorite song that you worked on, but he has a question specifically for what was the funnest song you did. Like, what was one song you really enjoyed doing throughout the process?
For me, it was Greenish Eyes, especially the backing vocals. I was just like screaming into the microphone. And oh, hello.
Will, let's go. He's finally alive. We can ask him the question that he has no idea what's going on. Anyway.
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh no, I
So
can't hear you.
definitely
I'm
Greenish
assuming
Eyes
focus
because
my
it
brain
was
borders
it's
going around
basically
my
just
thing.
a delusional
this.
song.
Figured out.
For sure, for sure. You all good, Will? I think you were talking back. I can hear you. Sorry about that, Oblivyus.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay, can you hear us? Let's go.
Yes.
Okay, you
I
can
don't know
have
if
your
you can
camera
see me.
on or you can have it off.
I'm-
Totally up to you.
Okay, I've got my. It should be on, but it doesn't look like it's turning on. Let's see.
Well, while you do that, well, how about you, Dragon Melon? Or not Dragon? Well, yeah, Dragon.
I think the most fun song that I did was the first one, Goodbye, because it was like right at the beginning of the competition. I figured that would be the easiest round to win, and so I just kind of did fun riffs, fun melodies, just slam it all together. And then I got Conan to do vocals on it, and I was just like plug and play basically. He knocked it out of the park. And the whole song was just like a fun, uh, catchy song.
Yeah, that was a very sick song. I like that. By the way, if you're watching, Conan, great job. I keep looking down here at my phone like you're gonna see me looking at you, but it's just my phone. Let me see. I think now all I have to do is just pepper Wilt with questions. We'll probably just do a speed round when he finally gets ready. If he gets ready. Maybe. There we go. What's up? We can't hear you now. Still can't hear you. You look great though.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, you can hear me and see me.
Yes.
There we go. I'm a little squished, but that's what you get for doing it on a Sony Handycam.
It just makes it look like you're buff as heck. So,
Well, I appreciate that.
um,
Okay, cool.
I saw what you wrote, Cotton.
Sorry I'm so late.
No worries, no worries. It happens. But we're just, since I basically asked them all the questions, I'm just gonna do a speed round. By the way, someone did ask if you will marry them. So someone did propose to you in the questions. Just so
Oh, that's sweet. I'm sure it was one of my friends.
yeah, I feel like a good
told me-
majority of the people who ask these curse questions were your friends. And be real, there are some.
No, that makes sense. I got told one of my friends asked if I was single.
Oh, that was-
I guess that yeah. So I'm sure they cooked me on that. But
Yeah, I did skip a bunch
hang on, I'm gonna turn my headphone volume.
of the questions that.
No, that's completely understandable. Yeah, no, I totally get that.
I'll just ask you like 3 questions, and then we'll go into who won because I don't want
Okay.
Oblivyus to be sleep deprived tomorrow.
Understandable.
So let's do this one. How do you want to progress as a musician in the future? So for example, if you reached this point as a musician, you would say that was the point I wanted to get to. Like I finally made it successful. What would that be for you?
Okay. Yeah, no, I get you. I mean, honestly, I would always hope that I'm always growing, but like the point that I'll be like, yeah, I made it, I guess, is like, I don't know. I hope to. I would love to play like a live show, at least a couple of them. That'd be fun. But also, I don't know. I might like throw up on stage, so I don't know that it would be that much fun. But sorry, I got something on my mic.
No worries. I have a fly flying around.
Yeah,
my
I mean,
electronic
I'd
camera
love.
anyway. So. Yeah.
Oh, rip. But I don't know. There's a lot of things I want to do. I would love to get some collabs with some like big people.
Yeah.
And yeah, just make music with. I think I just love making music. So as long as you know what, I changed my entire answer. If I could do music like full time, that would be my goal. Recording, writing, mixing, mastering, producing, anything.
For sure. No, that's definitely something. Here's a question for all of you guys, since I actually just thought of it, and I think it'll be good for all of you. How do you guys think you would do on your first show? Say if you had to do a show and you guys fully prepared, but you had a show in a week. You're already fully prepared. How do you guys think you would do currently?
I would cry immediately as I step off the stage and have a panic attack. I don't do well with like crowds. Like sometimes we have like this like mini concerts in music school, and like I'm shaking, and it's like 20 people, maybe 30.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. It's so valid.
Yeah, I'd probably butcher it. I'd probably mess up so much.
Forget lyrics.
Yeah, I mean, like I've
I
played
think
live before and stuff, but playing your own music that you wrote and stuff, it's a different kind of like stress.
Yeah, I totally get that.
Yeah, no, that's kind of the boat I'd be in. I'd be more nervous about like, are people gonna like boo me off the stage? You know?
Yeah, no, I totally get that. It's definitely a journey for sure. But here's the thing though. If one of these artists ever do go on show, remember that they said that they were nervous as heck, and then when they rock out on the show, come back to this. Anyway, back to Will to Live. I have 2 questions, and we'll see who wins. By the way, I'll go to ones I've specifically said were yours, because there are people who compliment each person. Oh, here's a specific question to Will to Live. Here's one. It said, can you Can you open up Pokemon packs on stream? My 10 kids and 3 wives are watching and they love Pokemon.
Wait, say that
Wait, how
again.
many wives?
Yeah.
That way, yeah, that's what I was.
He said, my 10 kids and 3 wives are watching and they love Pokemon.
10 kids and 3 wives. I
Damn,
mean,
bro,
dude,
that
I
is.
love me some Pokemon. I wish that I had more packs. I ripped 2 packs yesterday. I mean, I've got a whole bunch. I love me some. I mean, I could open one right now if I wanted to.
Go
But,
ahead.
I mean, on my phone. On my phone.
Okay.
All right, I'll rip. Don't worry. Yeah, no, I wish I had actual packs, but they're
Wait, let me
like
show you something.
extinct.
Let's see.
I got this Pokemon card. Was like, I think it's worth like $20. Oh well, you can see it. Wait,
That's sick.
I got it, and I googled it. I think it's like $20.
Oh yeah, no, that one's sick. That's sick. I love
Yeah.
Pokemon so much. I've been collecting since I was young, like 2nd
Oh.
grade. But
Nice.
we can, let's see. I'll go with this pack. I'm hopelessly addicted to my phone Pokemon game.
No worries.
I have too many, spend too much time on it. But here we go.
Let's
we can,
see. Now I saw a ridiculous amount of these in the footage too, so this just feels like familiar.
Yeah, I think I did 4 on camera, plus I
Yeah.
did 2 actual card packs.
It was a lot.
Okay, yeah, open it.
Let's see.
Oh, maybe I didn't do it right. Here we go. Okay, let's see.
I have no idea. I don't
Oh.
play Pokemon, so I don't know. It's good.
Well, okay, so I got a hollow. You can't really see. There it is. In the middle there, that's a hollow. So I got a Giratina hollow. That's pretty good.
Nice.
So
Let's
there
go.
it is.
There you go. There you
So,
go.
the
Random
guy with
person.
3 wives and 10 children.
Yeah.
How
Hopefully.
does it work if it's online?
Hopefully, man, that guy's busier than I am. Anyway, let's see. Let me see. Was there any more specific ones for Will besides the majorly cursed ones? Someone said hi, good luck specifically to you. Someone
Oh.
said Will to live is kind of goated, not gonna lie. And I think that's it. We'll ask one more question that is actually related to music, but I just did want to go through
Okay.
for all the ones that were definitely from your fans. Let's see. I'll ask this and then I'll go into who won. What is your biggest musical inspiration?
I can go first.
they already
Honestly,
all went.
I've got. Oh, this is just me.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I will go first then. Yeah. So, like our musical inspiration is in like what inspires me, or like artists, or like a mix, or like
Both. Do anything.
whatever. Okay. So, I have been very inspired by 21 Pilots recently.
Nice.
That's probably been the band that I've been like making the most, not similar music to, but just like I hear their ideas and then it gives me ideas that are not like the same, but different. But I don't know. I like that they have like lore to their songs.
Nice.
So I've been trying to add like lore stuff, which is why my songs sound confusing if you, especially out of context, because I have like 3 songs from this album that are released and
Yeah.
none of them are like super lore songs. So, but then as far as like non-artist inspiration, definitely I just love creating. So I'm a film major at my school, and
Nice.
I have a minor in music. So I love it. I love everything about creating. It's just such a fun process to like have something that like you've created and it's like yours, and like you get to share it with people, but then at the same time it's like no one is going to relate to like the short film or like the movie or like the random clips that I made for my mission trip, or like an album or a song like I do.
Yeah.
So it's always fun to just make stuff. I don't know.
No, I totally get that. Great answer. So, that being said, before I announce who won, thank you guys so much. You guys put a ton of work in. It's no wonder why you guys are here. Thank you guys again. You guys should be, regardless of where you guys are at, You guys put a lot of work in. You should be proud. Like I said, we had over 300 people vote in terms of total across the series. That's all because of you guys. Like, you guys pulled that in. So if you guys ever wonder if your stuff is not getting immediate streams, just know that you guys personally pulled together, even this week alone, pulled in 90 votes. That's a lot. That's a lot of people. So congratulations to you guys. Do you guys want to know the vote total as well, or do you guys just want to know the placement?
Vote total would be nice.
I'm good either way.
Vote total. Okay. Now I will say this was very close until the very end. So again, congratulations. In third place, with a total of, let me go back again. We had 90 votes. Total of 17 votes. Again, congratulations for getting this far. It was Oblivyus. So thank you so much. Congratulations to you, third place.
Thank you.
Great job. You absolutely killed it. In terms of the top two, I will say this. You guys were going back and forth between one vote for the past, all the way up till Saturday. I had no idea who was going to win. It was the only matchup I think I ever had up to a certain point where I had no idea who was going to win until yesterday, where we had a big surge for one artist who put it on top. Again, you guys did great. In first place, with a total of 44 votes, our first Beat Bracket Season 1 champion is Will to Live. Congratulations. You are our winner.
Thank you. Thank you.
We had Dragon Melon with 29. So congratulations to both of you guys. Will to Live, I do need you to just stay for a little bit longer after the meeting. The stream will be done.
Okay.
To set all that stuff up. But congratulations, guys. You did it. I'm so proud of you guys. Thank you for, I didn't, oh, that's so sad.
Thank you. Thank you.
But thank you. I hope hope to see you guys around again in some capacity, whether that be Beat Bracket, whatever, I do it again. Or I can't wait to see, I'm going to be following all you guys in terms of music. Thank you guys so much. Any other things, last things you guys want to say before we end the stream?
Thank you for voting for me.
Yeah,
And
thanks
thank
for.
you, actually.
Go ahead.
Thank you, actually, like, so much for making this competition. Like,
Oh, yeah, no
it
problem.
means so much to me. Like, thank you.
No problem. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, thanks for hosting. It's been a blast.
Great. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Thanks. Yeah, no, you put in a ton of work editing every week and just putting it all together and making it all look good. So for
Thank
sure,
you. I
thanks.
appreciate that. I appreciate you guys a ton. Again, I'm going to be following all the guys. Make sure you follow them. All of their links are down in this description for the video. They absolutely killed it. They put in so much work. Again, thank you guys so much. So I will end the stream now when I know how to figure out how to do that. Stop streaming.